So being on this year abroad, I've had a load of lovely experiences and thankfully at the same time had the opportunity to meet a load of lovely people. However, we recently had to say goodbye to one of our good friends, George. However, this wasn't a sad occasion because we knew we'd see him again and he gave us a really good excuse to try some new local foods that was pretty unusual. So we had a set meal, and to start off with we had sumotsu, which is essentially raw cow guts and a pretty unusual texture I hadn't tried before. It came with some soy sauce and some chilies and together was a really nice dish. After this we had sashimi, which is essentially raw horse sashimi. Some people may know sashimi from the raw tuna or salmon you can get, but this was raw horse. This is quite an unusual one because we all thought it would taste a bit weird, however it tasted really nice and the horses were actually from the local area, so the meat was fresh and again, yeah, it was a really nice dish. The main pinnacle of the meal was motsunabe, which was an offal and miso stew. It also came with tofu and some veg as well, and it was quite a creamy broth. So during this meal we had nomihodai, which is a concept that not many Westerners will probably be aware of, but it's essentially that we pay between 1,000 to 2,000 yen, so around 7 to 14 quid, and we get unlimited drinks for around a 2-hour period. So a few days later we then went to a lantern festival in the Hakata ward of Fukuoka. All the shrines and temples in this area were participating in this lantern festival, and each one had its own display of paper lanterns with tea lights in. We firstly went to the Kashida shrine, which had this big display which featured a knight holding a sword. On ground level you couldn't really make out the picture, however going to an elevated level we were able to see the final picture of the knight. We then went on to Totochi Temple, which had different displays. There was one of a musical instrument, a few other abstract ones, as well as 2017 mapped out. And this was really cool because there were loads of people bustling around and looking at the different lantern displays. So in Japan, there's two types of main religions. There's Shinto and Buddhism. All the shrines in Japan are from the Shinto religion and all the temples are from the Buddhist religion. Seeing the lantern festival in the Hakata ward was really interesting, and I'm excited to see what other festivals will be around Japan during the year.